okay, if let's say you conduct the study that is related to drug, okay, so you want to test a certain medicine, for example, so it involves, for example, human subject, medicine lah, itu example. Another thing, if let's say you conduct a study among school, primary or secondary school students. Okay, so in which when we conduct the research, we particularly in social science, for sure we will involve the human. Kan? Either it is survey to human lah. Then if let's say you conduct the interview with your respondent, so it is human. Okay, so basically as a researcher, okay, we need to make sure that the confidentiality information regarding our respondents will be kept secret atau will be kept confidential. Itu maksudnya. Okay, so saya menjawab
Okay, meaning to say regardless of whether you are doing qualitative or quantitative, whether you are interviewing or just doing a survey form online or offline, it is not required because of the SOP and whatnot by the KPT. It is for the sake of ethic lah. Itu je lah kan?
Yes, it is not because of the COVID. It is not just because of the COVID. Basically,
sebab ramai orang duk ingat pasal ni SOP.
Bukan. Okay, dia basically for master science and PhD student, even for researcher, for UPM researcher, this is a compulsory for us. Dia memang dah wajib untuk we do it stage by stage. Okay, sebab kita nak make sure bila kita buat research ni, kita betul-betul follow the ethical rule dia. Sebab dia untuk buat research ni, dia pun ada etika dia. Dia bukan main develop questionnaire and then you just distribute to your respondent.
If I may add, Dr. Normi.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In addition to the element of confidentiality, to secure that, we also want to ensure that the research conduct is not harmful on the subjects of the research. For example, in the process of collecting data, okay? So you need to elaborate lah your data collection procedures in the method part, kan? Especially for example, if you're dealing with people with disabilities, kan, yang terlantar ke, for example, how do you actually get data from them? Kan? In a way that is not forcing, that is not harmful, that do not create any kind of depression ke, we never know. So that kind of thing lah yang for these ethics ni. Okay, itu je Dr. Normi.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Wahiza. Okay, so another thing is actually, so this one, the new rule ni actually it apply for the it apply for the student who register their project paper for the in this semester as their first semester. Okay, if let's say you are in the second semester, we do understand that it's quite takes some time for, if let's say you want to apply for the Jkeupm, then you may just proceed. Okay, so kita fokuskan kepada those yang register the first semester for dissertation is this semester. Okay, clear? Ada lagi soalan nak tanya?
Doctor, is it applicable to all students in UPM or in educational faculty only?
It is applied to all UPM students.
Okay,
but for the time being, we just we not yet make it a compulsory or must for undergraduate students. We just strongly recommend for them. Okay, clear? Okay, that's the first thing. So I do hope that you read this one. Okay, so this is available at the Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor Research and Innovation official website. So the link is attached in the previous email lah. Okay, so the second thing, okay, is about the form. Okay, so the form is also available in the in the Deputy Vice Chancellor Research and Innovation official website. Okay, in which you may just search for JKE. So this is where the form located. Okay. Okay, so this is actually the list lah. Ini sama je. This is similar thing. Okay. Okay, so I also make it attach, bukan attach. I also locate all the documents in the drive, in the Google Drive. Let me show you. It's not mine. Sekejap mana dah? Sekejap cari pula. Okay, so this is the form that I compiled to all of you, okay, to make your life easier. Okay, you can see, you can see all the forms attached in the Google Drive that I've shared with everybody. Okay, so the first one, the first thing is the flow chart. So semua orang boleh tengok this is the flow chart. Okay, the flow chart of the progress for your Jke form. Okay, in which start with you submit the PI, principal investigator, submit the completed document to Jke secretariat. Okay, so this one I nak focus this one. Okay, the first step ni. Okay, so first thing, okay, you please check your okay, first please check the checklist for applicant form. Okay, so this is the first form. Okay, after you receive this form, please download. Do not fill in from here. Okay, please download all the form because I want to share it the next candidate as well. Okay. Okay, so please check the first document, which is the checklist. So these are the necessary documents that you need to submit. Okay, the first one is a form 2.2 clinical trial checklist if applicable. Okay, so this one actually apply for those who do the clinical research. For example, those in medicine, those in science faculty. Okay, ini for example if let's say it is not applicable to you, then do not no need for you to fill in the form 2.2. Clear? Okay, next one is form 2.3 Jke Application Form. So the Jke Application Form refers to this one. Okay, so basically, okay, so this is the one. Okay, so you need to fill in your title of research project, grant number ni if let's say you are under research grant for master in human resource development, because you do not have any grant, so no need for you to fill in. Okay, and then types of project. Okay, so you just tick for the master here. Okay, and then principal investigator, it must be your supervisor. Okay, principal investigator should be your supervisor. Okay, and then okay, human subject involvement. So you just tick this one lah, questionnaire. Okay, this one I thought most of us just questionnaire lah Okay, so you just fill in all these things. Okay, so based on our friend's question, so when we should submit this form? Okay, just to let you know, the process somehow may take around 3 months. Around lah. In average, around 3 months. So my recommendation is try to submit the form in your first semester when you register for project paper. Okay, try to submit your form at the first semester, in which for the first semester ni you need to work hard to prepare your chapter 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so that you can submit the questionnaire or your draft ni as early as possible. Okay, do not wait until the second semester, because for the second semester you already want to proceed with data collection. Okay, because the delay in this one, you cannot you cannot proceed with data collection until the approval given to you. Okay, selagi tak dapat approval, you all tak boleh buat data collection. Okay, bila dah submit, you all kena tunggu dulu, dan bila dah dapat approval, only then you can proceed with data collection. Selagi tak dapat approval, then you cannot proceed. Okay, so inilah yang diperlukan So the purpose, full research proposal in which you need the purpose or objective, background, okay, hypothesis, literature review. So these are all the components needed. Okay, memang agak banyak lah. Okay, tapi you just fill in where necessary, because not all the column here apply to you. So tengok mana yang necessary je. Macam for example, risk from allowable use of placebo, not applicable. Okay, so tengok betul-betul form ni. So far so good Okay, so next one is form 2.4. You have two options. Either you want to submit in English version or Malay version. So you can choose either one. Okay, 2.4 ada dua version. This one sama je. Okay, so this is actually the form related to your respondent. Okay, you just fill in this form. Okay, next one. Okay, next one, form 2.5. Okay, there are also two version. Okay, so this one mostly recommended if let's say you do the research for for the minority group. Macam associate Professor Dr. Haizah said just now, amongst the disabled people, okay, among a child, so you need permission from their guardian. Okay, their guardian or their parents' consent.
Is this applicable? What about for PhD students?
Oh, you are a PhD student, eh?
Yes, Prof.
This is actually okay. It is applicable for all the UPM students. For PhD and Master Science, it's actually a compulsory. This briefing is actually just for Master in Human Resource Development, but it's okay. As what I said just now, okay. For Master Science and PhD, has been a compulsory requirement for quite some time. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because this is my first semester.
It's okay. Oh, okay. So it's just for Master in Human Resource Development, we start to do it in this first semester. Okay.
Oh,
so regarding on how to fill in your form, please refer to your supervisor because they know best lah. Okay. On what you need to information that is necessary for you. Okay. So another thing is in terms of the format. Saya rasa ada format kat sini saya tak attach. Okay, so the Jke proposal template. Nantilah saya masukkan this one. So this one actually you need to follow this template. Nanti saya masukkan dalam Google Drive. Jkeupm proposal template ni tak boleh download daripada sini. Nanti saya masukkan juga. So any questions so far? Tak ada kan? Senang je kan? Nampak je susah. Okay.
Dr. Yes. Sharmila here. I have a question.
Yes.
Doctor, the consent form, that means if our sample size is let's say 200 people, so each of them have to give me the consent, is it? Have to fill in the consent form?
Okay, it depends on the type of your research person. If let's say you do your you do the quantitative research, it is not actually as detailed as if you do the qualitative. It's quite different lah. If let's say you just use the general population, for example, employees, okay, the cover page that you have in your questionnaire to already should be enough lah. Should be enough. Okay, but if let's say you do qualitative research that involves the minority group, okay, so then you need to make sure that everybody involved in your study sign in the consent form. Okay, for qualitatively somehow it do not involve large sample size, somehow around 10 to 20 only. Okay, dia beza sikit. Okay, kalau for qualitative study, you need to prepare a sheet of consent letter, okay, in which you need to make sure that you have the signature from your respondent. Okay, but I do hope that you can, I believe that you can discuss further with your supervisor lah on how to prepare the consent form for the qualitative research. For quantitative, it's quite simple because in terms of the data analysis, we go by group for quantitative. It's not by individual. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Welcome.
Students, so when is this necessary or advisable to do the submission?
Okay, first, my suggestion is discuss with your supervisor first because at your first semester, I'm sure that you still not nominate your committee member, but make sure you need to nominate your committee member first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome. Okay. So if there's no more question, let's proceed for the fee. For the fees. Okay. So this is the form. The form that you need to fill in for the fees. Okay. This one, just fill in lah. Senang je ni. Okay. So the fees is only 50 ringgit. Okay. In which you need to do the payment by credit the payment to this account. This one, CIMB, okay, online transfer or cash deposit. So make sure that you have the copy of the transaction, okay, and then attach together with this form. Okay, jangan bayar kat saya so this is the form. So you just buat kat sini je lah. Okay, so any question sebelum we proceed with how to submit? Clear? Okay. So in terms of the submission, there are two options. Either you want to submit directly to the Jkeupm, okay, or you want me to submit it on behalf of you. Two options, depend on you. So if let's say you want to submit directly to the Jke Secretariat, then you just email all the necessary documents to this through this email. Okay, through this email, you just submit here, and then make sure you CC to your supervisor and then me. Okay, CC to your supervisor and me. Okay, that's the first thing. And then if let's say, okay, you decide you want to submit, you want to submit the form through me. Okay, then you may submit the form by using this folder. You just drag and drop. Okay, for example, you create a folder, okay, locate your metric number, and then you insert all the document here. Okay, clear? The submission, if let's say you want to submit the form to me, so the submission I accept only through the Google Drive. I do not accept the submission through email. Okay, so but the form too is quite a number of forms, so I might be confusing. So to make our life easier, so we just use the Dropbox. Google Drive.
Ada soalan dekat chat, Doktor.
Ada soalan kat chat? Oh, okay. If let's say the application is not approved, do we need to repeat again for every submission? No. Okay, the payment only once. Okay, if let's say it is not approved, then you just do the amendment, do the necessary amendment, then just resubmit. Okay, sekali bayar je. Okay, next question.
Doctor, the committee has their meeting scheduled for their meeting, is it? I mean, if let's say we submit the application, it goes by batches or it's by cases?
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, their meeting will be around at least once in a month. At least. Okay. So it's not necessarily by batches lah, by batch. But if let's say you want to submit it earlier, then we can submit. I try to make sure that we submit earlier lah. Sebab nak tunggu batch ni, just somehow some of the student might proceed faster than others. So if let's say we delay, so somehow we just delay their work lah.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Doctor,
Yes.
is there any tendency that the application will be not approved and why?
Okay, so the tendency of application first not being approved, yes, there is a tendency. Okay, it just depend on the accuracy of the information that you insert or you submit to the secretariat. So that's why before you submit the form, make sure that you have prepared your chapter 1 to 3, because the proposal that they require is actually the chapter 1 until 3 lah. Okay, together with your instrument. Okay, if let's say you do the quantitative research, make sure you attach together your questionnaire. Okay, if let's say you do the qualitative research, then you attach together all the research questions as well the consent letter, and then perhaps the research protocols. Okay, all these things you must discuss and develop together with your supervisor first, because this time is quite detailed compared to the supervisor nomination form that you submit. Kalau supervisor nomination tu somehow kita buat sesuka hati je kan. But this one, the secretariat team will check very detailed. Okay, stop here. Okay, if let's say you have any question, you can just send the request through my email lah. Okay, my email is available at UPM website. Penat nak type. Okay, so thank you guys. So have a fruitful lectures. See you next time. Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor. Bye.